All right. We're back, guys. We are officially back. We're gonna be grinding out some more KOTOR 2. Just gonna see where we can get tonight and keep grinding. I can't remember where we left off from. I think we were kind of in our first area. We were about to go do some quests. So, yo, what's up, Prince? What's going on, man? Welcome back to the stream, dude. Hell yeah, dude. I don't know if you saw my story. You might have. But I want to show you this. Yes. Ooh. But nothing fell off my shelf right there. Okay. So, we now have steel box covers for both of our Force Unleashed games, right? So we have, here's the first one, and here's the second. Both are just steel box covers, super dope. Like, I love the material, the quality, the design, bro. You got, look at this. You got Starkiller on the front, you got Darth Vader on the back. It's so dope. So dope. But, like, I can't wait to get to these games whenever I do. But, yeah, dude, just had this thing come in today, and been super hype about it. I can get jams going real quick. All right, but you already know what we're about to do, Prince. We're about to pop in our disc and get this thing rolling, man. Okay, so once again, guys, we are running the hard copy on original Xbox. Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic 2. Keep this thing rolling. Yo, what up, A1? Dude, welcome back to the stream, man. I'm super hyped, man. I'm so glad this thing came in today. And it's the steel box cover for the Force Unleashed 2. So, dude, it's sick. It's so sick. This cover's so dope. But yeah. Dude. That was my main goal, man. I wanted to get, like, kind of like the special edition covers. Or special edition cases. Specifically for the Force Unleashed 1 and 2. Because I grew up with those games and I played the shit out of them. I loved them growing up. So I was like, you know what? I gotta get the very best, like, cover and just go all out for that thing, man. But, like, those are two games, man. I would love to put in a little display case at some point, because those, first of all, the covers are sick. They're steel box covers. They got game manuals. They got the basically they're the hard copies, and dude, like, I would just love to put that up somewhere. But yeah, no, anyways, I'm gonna go ahead. We're gonna move this on over and get some KOTOR 2 running. Bro, we're about to grind.
The highly anticipated sequel to the 2003 Game of the
grind,
Year,
and then I take
Star
like 10
Wars
minutes
Knights of the Old Republic 2,
so
The Sith
we'll
Lords.
see what happens. www.kotor2.com. Does that website actually work still? Do you guys know? Is that website active? I am actually curious now. Let me check it out real quick. I want to see if that website's still up. I got a feeling that website's gonna be down. Yeah. www.kotor2.com. You know what it takes me to? I put in that website and it literally just takes me to starwars.com/games-apps. And then it's pulled me into like a full-on Star Wars website. Which is kind of sick though, because you can see, dude, they got the latest Star Wars games plus apps. So, you know, it's showing like Star Wars Zero Company, which I think is going to release soon. They got Star Wars Galactic Racer, which doesn't come out until October. and it's like covering all of the Star Wars games, which is super dope. They got latest news plus features, console plus PC games. What is the Star Wars Eclipse? What is that? I don't know if you guys have seen that. I got it pulled up right now. It says, so here's, I'm just gonna go ahead and read it off. So this is talking about Star Wars Eclipse. I don't know if you guys have ever caught any like footage of Star Wars Eclipse before. But like right now, here's what it's saying. Set during the High Republic era, Star Wars Eclipse is an action-adventure game that can be experienced in many ways and puts the destinies of multiple playable characters in your hands, created in collaboration between Quantic Dream and Lucasfilm Games. That sounds kind of dope. Yo, what up? What up, Kyle? Welcome back.
Another
to the
warrior
stream, man.
joins the fellowship.
Yay.
Let's go.
Kyle coming through, man. What's going on, man? First KOTOR is better. The second one's rushed. Gotcha. I beat the first one. So I'm actually on the second one now. I'm not very far into it, but as you can see, I'm only like 7 hours in. I'm barely even past like the intro. The intro took me like 3 nights to get through, and that's 3 nights of playing for like an hour and a half. But dude, like I was curious because the intro of this game, it popped up with www.kotor2.com. I went ahead and typed it in, and it took me straight to the website. Dalton's coming through.
Dalton used blinker. Here we go.
Let's do it, Dalton. Let's do it, man. Let's do it. Cheers, bro. Cheers. Yes, Dalton, yes. Let's go, dude. Welcome back, man. Oh yeah, we were about to do some swoop races. Kyle, I got a question for you. So is KOTOR 2, is this literally just, am I just playing through KOTOR 1 again, just with a different story and a different character? But is majority of it pretty much the same as the first? So far, it feels like the HUD has changed a little bit. Items are slightly different, but like for the most part, things feel pretty much the same. Dalton, you said your boss hid your pin. You didn't get to Ripski. Oh no, dude, Dalton, I'm so sorry, man. So probably I haven't seen many similarities. Gotcha, not quite, Prince. Saying, all right. Okay, welcome back, my swoop racing friend. What will it be? See, like, we have no backstory to the swoop races. They're just like, oh, you're someone who races. Let's go race. Like, you just jump right into it. There's no explaining it. There's no backstory to it. Just wanna race. Persuade, guys. We always persuade. Oh, dude, this is where, guys, we're gonna rig the system. We're gonna persuade at every possible. Every time we get the option to persuade, we're gonna force persuade the shit out of this dialogue throughout this whole game. We're gonna get our way no matter what. You better come through for me. Everything's set to go. Good luck. Alright. So there's an exploit to win the swoop races easily. Gotcha, Prince. Swoop races were always big in that timeline. Gotcha. Ah, dude. Guys. We didn't save before this. So I don't know what's gonna happen if we lose. Also, don't care. If we could fight this guy and just take his credits, that'd be dope. I would be all for that. Oh, dude. This feels a little different. It doesn't pop up with my button. Oh my gosh. What? What? Guys. That doesn't make sense. What? How am I supposed to get over that? Did you guys see my problem? You gotta jump. How do you jump? I never had to jump before. Is that a new swoop mechanic? Because I never had to jump in the first one. So just push Y. Okay. Alright. I'll do it over again. Dude, that's a new mechanic. Like I didn't even know it was a thing. I just thought, hey, it's just gonna be the same as the first one. Yeah. Forfeit right before hitting the first obstacle. Intentional. Oh, gotcha. We didn't make it very far, did we? No, we did not. I can literally just load this back. We're good. Here we go. Good thing we weren't far. I mean, we were literally just able to load right back up where we were, and we're right back at it. We'll force persuade again, and then we'll race again. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna save standing right in front of the person, so that way whenever we load up, we can just jump right into it and get going. I guess we are technically right here. Never mind. All right. That's funny because I have no idea. Okay, do you hold Y or do you just tap Y and you jump? I'm about to play. I gotta play this. I'm gonna play it like this. Claw. I'm literally gonna run claw on this, where I'm running like that with my right hand. One does not simply ignore the like button. Thank you so much for the likes coming through, guys. Let's go. Do I have to let go of A? Or do I just tap Y and that's all? Getting nervous. Oh. Oh, I'm spamming it. Nothing's happening. It's B. It's B. It's B. Yeah, it's the B button. I had to start tapping my other buttons because it wasn't working. All right, here we go. Oh my God, I hit the black button. Boys, I'm not used to the Xbox, the original Xbox controller. Well, that sucks. That's literally the button. And then we hit that. Orbit. So should try it when you're first starting to make sure. That's true. I should have, but I was so confident that all I had to do was just tap Y. You guys instilled that confidence in me, and then it just didn't work. But we got it down now. Now I just can't accidentally tap my black button instead of my B button, because that's what I messed that one up. All right. We'll be all right. Third time is the charm. This is we're gonna make it work here. Also, my lights stuck on they're stuck on green. There we go. The light above me, or all of my lights just like are stuck on the color green right now after the last notification went through. And like I have a light right above me that was stuck there, so parts of my head you start to see through. It looks kind of crazy, so I was like, I'm gonna turn it off. Welcome back to Swoop Racing. Okay, right back to this. Right back to this. No, I just want to race. I know what I'm doing. Force Persuade. Alright, let's do this. Alright, so just literally just A and B. A and B. That's all it is. Let's get it going. Hey, we're getting speed, guys. We're gonna focus. Let's go. Come on. Hey, we're moving. Oh, hit a mine. That's not good. That sucks. Bro, those mines are everywhere, whatever those are. Dude, what's up, Gray? Welcome to the stream, man. Say goated game. Yeah, dude, so I just beat KOTOR 1 not too long ago, and I'm kind of getting my start in KOTOR 2 now. Just past the intro.
Kavadumpa munsuru kupla liyawa. Bo bagaragawanda yaitua.
What are the track records? 41, 27.
Kawana botai, tonghite, kawana botai, yutatanga kinamatura. Tayaita, tabosananansata. Tonghite mo.
Alright. We didn't get any of the records. Cool. We're gonna be like, what, 41? Or maybe it was 44. It's 41 or 44. Either way, I think I just need to try to beat 40 seconds. If I would have just kept my speed the whole time, I would have been alright. Dude, this original Xbox, sometimes these loading screens take a minute. I feel like it was even faster in KOTOR 1. Like, KOTOR 1 was for sure faster. You said, what build are you running? If I tell you Palpatine build, do you know what I'm talking about? I assume this is kind of like the Palpatine build. Stronger with my force powers, and I'm a Jedi consular, like level 6 right now. I probably have like 2 level ups to run. I probably only got the 1. I could go ahead and just level them up though. So this is my setup so far. It looks like I got a lot more points in some of my main stuff here that only cost me like 1 point. And then I got a couple in demolitions and 3 in security. I heard repair is kind of nice to have. I wouldn't mind just bumping those all up. Now, treat injury, I don't know. I could save that. I could put one into like demos or security even. Said said it's only inferior in plot. The loot and level cap are much better. Can get the feats for security and repair to reduce the cost for them. Gotcha. Same with demo. I didn't know that. I didn't know that with the feats. I just always look at all the different moves I can do, and I'm like, ooh, I'd rather have this or this or this. But I know there's also like an XP. You can take advantage of the XP in this game. That's what I've been told. So there's like, I feel like you can upgrade your guy a lot more in this game. I feel like you're gonna have a lot more points to kind of spread out and use. I'm just gonna run security or treat injury. We'll just keep those all going. You can grab a quick clip of it and post it to the Discord. Gotcha, Prince. Oh shit! I backed that one up. While running this. Here we go. And then powers. Damn, I still, what, I gotta get to like, what, level 9? Alright. Yeah, so we got Force Scream. Alex coming through with a like, dude. Welcome back to the stream, man. Bro, I miss Master Speed already. And I don't even know like what to use my remaining power on. I could also just hit accept and come back to this next upgrade. Might just wait until we hit this next line of powers for now. Oh, I have to. Okay. It's actually forcing me to. Alex, you're asking where I'm at so far. I'm basically doing the swoop races, but then I decided to go ahead and upgrade my character. So first swoop race in KOTOR 2 that you do, that's where I'm at. Maybe I'll just back out and wait. Maybe I'll just wait. I just have to beat a time. I didn't realize there was a jumping mechanic on this with the swoop races, and yeah, so it's taking me a second. Oh yeah, dude, so I think I just have to beat like 41 seconds. Can't remember if it was either 41 or 44. Either way, if I beat 40 seconds, I'll be good. Which means I just can't fuck up. I had one run where I didn't realize it was the B button to jump, and so I hit the wall. So I was like, yep, failed there. And then there's a time I didn't realize I had to jump, so I failed that too. Alright, what do we got? Let's do this. Okay. Now I just have to dodge all those mines. It's hard to see some of those when I'm moving real fast. Alright, here we go, here we go. What did I hit? What did I hit? It's insane. I know I already failed this. Oh, really? I missed that? Cool. I hit it again. we're already behind, so there's no point in continuing that. So you've been pushing hard, mate, to the next set of planets, and yeah, honestly, I never do the swoop. Gotcha. Dude, I don't even know if I want to do the swoop now. It was fun in the first game, and now it just, like, this map is... Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I didn't even think I hit anything that time around when I first crashed. Maybe I'll just do the same. That or just come back to it later. I've been on it way too long. I haven't actually progressed at all. I'm sitting here loading up the save I started off with in tonight's stream so far. You can always come back to it. Yeah, okay. So you're telling me it won't get blown up after this? It won't get blown up and just disappear off my map forever? I remember that happening in KOTOR 1. I was like, oh man, can't revisit the planet to see what I missed. So no, it'll still be there. Gotcha. Alright, bet. Do I need to speak to anyone here? I guess it's the last thing I should try to figure out. So the Ebon Hawk is stolen. It's kind of shitty, but yeah. New fuel source, arrested. I don't know, rebuild HK-47. You know we're gonna eventually do that. That'll be cool. But yeah, I don't know if there's really anything in here for me. You talked to Lorso yet? Which person was Lorso? I don't always remember names the best in this game, just because there's so many different characters. Basically, I know I've talked to the... Wait. Can I talk to one of these? These guys have actual names. I didn't know if I could collect like a quest or something. No. This guy has a real name. Let me talk to this guy. Hold on. No. I'm going now. I'm gonna talk to this guy. He had a real name. He might have a quest.
Something I can do for you? What's there to say? We're the only corporation with a branch on Citadel Station.
He works for Zerka? Oh no.
If this whole Telos thing pans out, we could be in a great
Is it posted the exploit clip?
If Lorsa doesn't screw it up, that is.
You're saying head of Zerka? No. I haven't done anything for Zerka. I refused to even talk to him whenever they called my room earlier in the game.
Yeah, Jana Lorso.
Here she is.
Woman's look, forget it. She's my superior, and that's that. She'll screw up soon enough.
It's a PESIC player with possible passive income, co-run. Can have your personal dancer. What? Sounds like you're a little jip. Wait.
She's got her hands in too many dirty little... whoa, I think I've had a few too many drinks. I shouldn't be talking to you about this stuff. Just forget it.
Alright, cool. Interesting talk. Alright, so... Maybe I gotta visit the Zerka office and go speak to her. I almost bet that's what I gotta do. Alright, we'll do it. Alright, and check where I'm at on the map real quick. Cantina. Dobo Brothers Emporium. I have yet to go in there. Okay, maybe they were... Oh, I might even go to the... I could go to the dock module too. What's going on, old school Johnny? Have both KOTOR? Are you talking? Are you saying like both KOTOR 1 and 2? I just beat KOTOR 1 and then now I'm playing KOTOR 2. It's a decent gear and side quest, but you should go to the security blade. Bade. Information terminal. Residential module. I think I have to go dock. Make sure I'm heading the right way. Yeah. So it's on the other side of the docks. Okay. Gotta go, buddy, but good luck tonight. Sounds good, Alex. Dude, I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much for stopping by. You have a great night, dude. Little pathway to the side near the dock entrance. Okay. So you'll hop in tomorrow. Sounds good, Alex. I'll probably stream a little bit later tomorrow night, since it'll be Friday night. Okay.
Dragon X1 gestale lorcha jemu mepete ronchoda? Ruka sole mulasoch.
Who's this? I'm helping the Ithorians, yes.
Yatuka uwanrika chotin wani maurata wakata chiluma lisba.
If you return the droid to Executive Lorso, she'll pay you far better than the Ithorians.
Dragon X1 gestale lorcha jemu mepete ronchoda? Ruka sole mulasoch.
Ooh. Oh, we got an option here. Oh. Do we go for the credits or do we go ahead and help the Ithorians? I am doing a dark side playthrough. To credits, bet.
Kavanatakalu. Kavanami drabakrita
Oh, no.
Kavanatakalu.
Oh no, I messed it up. I didn't want that. I didn't want that option. Oh no. Let me talk to him. Let me talk to him. No, come back. Dang it. Can I still go to Zerka? And do their stuff? Or did I just fail that if I wanted to do that?
Donos Imaragith. Donos Imaragith. Wana.
Yep. So it already fought for the droid? I don't think I have. What's here? Well, the droid. I mean, so this is the way I should go. Okay. Okay. Wait. Do I have to go over here? There's a bunch of them over here, so.
I'm glad you're here.
Yep, this is it.
I'm the only man the TSF could spare, and frankly, I got a bad feeling about this.
Oh, so we can just take the droid to the Zerka office. Now for a fight in the decision? Okay. Wait, what? Might need to talk to Zerka before the Zerka option. I mean, they're already just gonna fight us, so I know that's happening. Come on now. Bro, this is way too much fun just shocking people. Like, yeah. Look at that. Look at how quick we took him out.
Master, one of the assailants was carrying this.
Okay. Damn, now I don't know how to actually answer this. Awareness? It looks as though the blaster has been heavily modified. See what happens. Alright, bet. I'm gonna lie. I'm gonna lie, Prince. That's what I'm gonna do. We lied and we got credits. I love that. This is the way. Talk to the droid. Let's go.
I will trust your judgment, Master. Lead the way.
Oh, I'll be taking you to the Zerka Corporation instead. This is the way, Prince. This is the way.
I don't understand. I was just told that I would be taken to the Ithorian compound. I was to be given to an Ithorian, Chodo Habat.
Dude.
The beacons
Oh,
of
dude.
Gondor lit.
Dalton, thank you so much for the share, dude. Much appreciated, man. Let's go,
The
dude.
beacons of Gondor lit.
We're going crazy. Alright, dude, so unless you want to be melted down for a scrap, you'll come with me quietly. I like that answer.
How dreadful. In that case, I believe I shall accompany you.
Let's go. Let's go, dude. We're so evil. This is great. We're forcing this droid to follow us, and we're gonna take him to the wrong location, and he knows it. We're gonna take him to Zerka. We're gonna get our credits. Dude, we're gonna be rich. We're gonna be able to afford anything and
my
everything.
faith in your abilities was well founded. We'd like to get this droid into service as quickly as possible. Opo-chano?
Taranamo sibu indasorans. Krema sunkun ratungala. Chawi mo jubu inkosoracha.
Well, then, you've proven helpful enough so far. Let's see what you can do.
Alright, bud. Dude, how about this? Don't thank you so much for the like and the live, man. Let's go, man. Welcome back to the stream.
No use for you today. You may go.
Dude, we're taking this droid to Zerka Corp so that we can get paid.
Greetings, Executive Lorso. How may I be of service?
Alright, here
Just
we go.
plug into the mainframe and get to work.
Right away, Executive Lorso.
Dude, let's go. He's just gonna slave away for him. That's insane.
Now then, your payment. Here are the credits agreed upon, and a small bonus for performing the repairs as well.
Yo, what is
There
that a
is
statue
another task
next to
I
her?
would
What am
like
I
you to
seeing?
perform for
You guys see that? It looks like a person just like T-bowing with his head down. Here's another task I would like for you to perform for me.
Do you doubt that I will uphold my part of our agreement?
Ooh.
Don't worry. When my word is given, it will not be retracted. Now, on to business. You proved that you can handle yourself quite well in dealing with the retrieval of the droid intelligence. The next matter of business I would ask of you is much more delicate.
Much more delicate.
When we first set up here on Citadel Station,
One does not
exchange was
simply
already quite
ignore
well
the like button.
Perhaps Slusk had more
Talk to the
influence over
droid.
business matters than the
Alright,
Talosian
Dalton.
government. To ensure our success, we involved ourselves with the
Yo,
exchange.
we got more likes coming through.
now that we
We're
have a
at
handle on the
3,000 likes over there on
We
TikTok.
wish to unentangle ourselves from them. If you know anything about the exchange, then you know that
The
they
exchange?
would not take this well.
You're gonna piss
Slusk
yourself
is
laughing.
loath to have his hands removed from any business on the station. So a more direct method will have to be taken. To put it
What
plainly,
droid do I
I
need
want
to
you to
talk?
kill
Just
Pet
talk to the
Slusk.
droid that we delivered?
I realize it won't be an easy task, as Slusk keeps himself well protected. You would be well compensated for it.
Is it no?
I have a feeling they won't Luxa is Slusk's second. She spends little time in the exchange
Okay.
offices,
The
though,
door to your
preferring
left
the
reveals all
cantina
your
in the
all
urban module.
answers.
She
Okay.
might be able to set up an appointment. Good. I will be happy to...
Dark side points gained. It's locked.
Only authorized Zerka personnel are allowed beyond this point.
Oh,
Only authorized Zerka personnel are allowed beyond this point.
I can't get in. Oh man.
Welcome.
Oh, you said, oh wait, you're not at the part yet. Oh. All good, Dalton.
I'm glad that Zerka put a capable woman in charge of the project. I've got every faith she'll do things right.
Get overexcited? You think that's if you help the Ithorians? Gotcha. Yeah, we went straight for credits. Oh, look.
Good day. I am B4D4, Administrative Assistant for Zerka Corporation's Citadel Station branch. How may I help you?
Yep, it would have been.
If you will allow me to look at it, Yes, this is indeed a Zerka-manufactured holdout blaster.
Oh shit.
Zerka Corporation is the galaxy's leading weapons producer. A
All
blaster
right.
of this model is quite common.
Oh, alright.
However, it does seem to have some non-standard modifications. I'm sorry, but that's all I can tell you.
Bet. You said there's a better dialogue option for the blaster, the brother shop, the brother in the back. Where's the brother shop at? That's not gonna be here. I think I was actually nearby it earlier before I did that mission. Before I did that quest. Oh, got you, Dalton. Oh yeah, I'm making bad decisions over here. Also use the terminals on the Tila station, allows for fast travel. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. In every area on the station. Okay. Bet. So if I wanted to, I could just go up to this. Well, here's the exchange, which we also need to go through. You have no business with the exchange. Get out of here. I'm dead if I do open it, human. You're not getting in. Shit. Dude, guys. I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna do this. Look at this, guys. You wouldn't open the door for us, so we're just killing him. Miss.
Everyone down.
Alright, bet. Oh, I didn't have to use that. I could have leveled up, but oh well. We're already here. Let's get the remains. Let's see what we got for loot. We got credits, guys. And then we're gonna go ahead and save. And then we'll probably go right on in there. Dude, we haven't saved since we were doing the swoop races. Did Valley crash out, honestly? Yeah. Alright, so now what? Can I just go in? Oh, really?
That door can't be opened from there. Is there something I can do for you today? I'm terribly sorry, but I don't show you as having an appointment.
Oh my gosh.
If you need one, they can be made through Luxa.
But now we feel better about it being locked. We're gonna find loot.
At the canteen.
Okay, so we go to Cantina. They're just gonna have us run around all over the place, aren't they? So if I go here, what? I can't transit to another module? Okay. I should have everything revealed on my maps, though. Oh, hell yeah. Okay, so We have to go back to the cantina, which is gonna be this way. Nope. No one saw that. We didn't put down a mine in the middle of this area. We did not do that. Alright. Alright, here we go. So we gotta go find this person in the cantina, and then hopefully we get to continue on with the exchange. Medical unit now. I need to figure out the next area. Where is that at on the map? I kind of wish the map was quicker to open. This doesn't get me anywhere. Said brother shop is next door to the cantina. Alright. Oh, I don't think this gets us anywhere. Gets us to the Athorian compound, and that's it. And a medical unit, but I don't need that. Well, we might need that. Hold up.
Hello. I'm a diplomat from Queen Talia on Onderon. My stay was supposed to have been shorter, but the Athorians negotiated the export of flora and fauna from Onderon, but with their disagreements with Zerka, I'm a diplomat.
It just, okay. That doesn't actually do anything for us. Okay, cool. What's in here? Give me some free stuff. Skill's too low. Now we got loot. There we go. We're gonna get our loot here. See what we can grab for med packs. Lab station. Communications terminal. We can go to the lab station and see if we have chemicals to make some med packs. Yeah, we don't have much. Okay. We'll get out of here.
Yes.
I wasn't even facing her. That's absurd. Okay, and then that still doesn't get me anywhere. Okay, cool. Now it's okay. I see what it's kind of doing. Yeah, download area maps maybe in each area, and then you can fast travel. So like now we gotta go back through, head the other way. All right, Bet Daddy, dude, welcome back to the stream, man. Kind of realizing if I would have just downloaded this on my PC, it probably would load a lot faster. It kind of takes a minute on original Xbox. Shuttle bait elevator? Is that where I need to go? Kind of thinking that's where I need to go. Man, yeah, entertainment module. I need to go there. There we go. And then we can download an area map, and then we can start fast traveling. And then we won't have to run around quite as much. It's gonna save some time. All right, here we go. Nope. I didn't want to go. I literally just spun in a circle, and then it was like, "Ooh, you're going out." The number of times that has happened, because I don't know why, but it feels a little more jank. Like, I feel like I'm being forced to just, like I'm literally just trying to get my bearings every time I load in, and then it's just, as soon as I start moving around, it's like, oh, you're immediately moving in the wrong direction. Cool. Feels jank. Brother shop for more credits / side quests and eventual murder. Bet. I just want to shock someone to death, you know, and get some dark side points. I'm trying to just be pure evil here. There's a murder involved. All right. And it takes me a minute just to pull up the map. Okay, here we go. There's the cantina we gotta go to. There's the Dobo Brothers Emporium. We'll go to them too. Merchant. My name is Dendis. You wish to purchase or sell goods. Okay. Oh. Okay. Dude. Sit back in the room behind the shelf bed. $20. Oh shit. Item cost 40. I got 2,050 though in stock. Oh dude, count me in, dog. Oh yeah. Let's go around to save them. Well, I already spent some. Ha. Gotta have med packs. I have to have a way to heal since I don't have any abilities. Or I guess you said you auto heal though. But what I don't get is maybe you just auto heal when you're out of combat. Workbench. Create or break down things. What we got going? Repair kits. Mandalorian melee shield. Got weapons. But I can't buy a lightsaber yet. Alright, made the right decision coming to me instead of my brother Dendis. This is what I was referring to. Right here, let me take a look at it. It's very interesting, very good craftsmanship. But no, I can't tell you anything about it. Other than that, it is a pulled out blaster upgraded. Can we persuade him? No. I think there's something he's not telling us. Alright, and why would this be of interest to you? Want to know who sold the weapon I was attacked with? Oh. Oh. Okay. Said middle? There's a healthy trade. In the black market goods. You said, well, the black market, gotcha. Alright, good, good. We're going down the right path. Pays extremely well given the dangerous nature of the work. That is, as long as you do remember to carry out your tasks discreetly and effectively. Okay. Alright, bet. You must already know about their vivarium. Yes, yes, I know where to go. Okay. I think I'm ready to go. Let's do it. They talk a lot, don't they? Because of their status, the Republic, the Ithorians are able to bypass these regulations, which presents us with a unique opportunity. Not even a whole one, just please. Alright. Let's do it. Let's do it, bro. Alright, we're gonna do some evil shit here. That's for sure. I need to download the area map. Do you guys know where that terminal's at? There's some remains. There's the cantina we also need to go into. There's an information terminal. Download area map. There we go. Now I can go in the cantina. To help with it for good money. Well, I also need to talk to this person in the cantina for the exchange. And in order to continue that quest line as well. And I figured since I'm here, I might as well go and talk to that person. And we can also progress that quest as well. So I'll see what this person in here says. Alright. And who is... I gotta figure out who that person is. The exchange. Slusks. So Luxa. Alright. That's who we're looking for. Here she is.
Hello there. Fresh blood at the canteen. Enjoy. Your drinks are on me.
I bet.
We should talk later. Is that all? What it is? Yes, what you were told is true. I can arrange meetings with Lopax Lusk. But you'd have to give me a good reason.
What if I give you something for your time? Oh. Yo, what up, White? Coming through, man. Thank you so much for the like and the live.
Well, that's hardly reason enough. Tell you what. I heard about what you did down at the docks. I could use someone capable like yourself to do some work for me. Just consider it a little test.
A do it, but you better hold up your end of the deal. Alright. We're gonna go. If I help you, you'll give me a meeting with
If you prove reliable, yes. Good. Rejection is just one of the
Alright,
many
here we
things
go.
I don't take.
I don't know what we're getting into. What sort of work do you have for me? What's this test of yours?
I need to make a transaction with 2 bounty hunters that have recently arrived on Citadel Station. Very simple. Weapons for credits. I want you to go in my place as my representative. They're being very careful, and I'd rather not be bothered. Here, this case holds the weapons they'd like to purchase. I was not told the place of the meeting, only to go to the medical unit in residential 082 and await a communication.
Alright, here we go.
They'd be very foolish if that was their plan. I'd hope they knew better than to try and cross the exchange.
Alright, so how many... Okay, I'll be back. I'll be back with the credits. Let's do it. Let's do it, guys.
Hello there. Hand it over, let me... I can't say I recognize
I want to see what
it.
she says about the blaster real
Good work,
quick.
though. Whoever fixed it up knew what they were doing. It's certainly not mine, I can tell you that.
Alright. Let me pull up that journal. Okay. Resident. So, in the medical unit of residential module 082 West. Okay. Alright, let's do it. Now we should be able to fast travel too, so we don't have to spend all that time running around, going from area to area. This will be super nice, being able to just fast travel. I don't think I ever really fast traveled in the last game. If I did, I think it was only to my ship I ever did. Dude, I'm literally staring at the terminal, and it's like, it's something up.
All right, but I'm out of...
Forces me to talk to the guy I don't really care to talk to right now. There we go. Information terminal is all I wanted. Transit to another one. Okay, yep. It was 082 West, wasn't it? All right. Oh man, I guess we're not. Yeah, no. We're probably past an hour now. I wouldn't be surprised if Dalton gets back in here and hits me with a blinker. Alright, let me check that log again. So smuggling, no. A meeting in her place. Residential module 082 West. Okay. The medical unit? I don't think this was it. So I've already been here. What about this door? Can't even open it. Okay. Guess it's a waste. I could have swore it was the medical unit. That's where they told me to go. Unless I need to hop on that terminal. I don't really know.
Hello there.
He doesn't have anything new for us. It's not like we can just hop on a terminal. Well, I guess we can hop on this one and see if this has anything new, but it doesn't. So I don't really know. What I'm supposed to do at this point. Be contacted in the medical unit of 082 West. That's where we're at. Well, I can still go in here and steal some leaves. Saying, thank you so much for the gift, man. Much appreciated, dude. Welcome back to the stream. Ooh, okay. I think we have to go in the very back room. I thought it was gonna be back here. Maybe not. Thought we could go into that one room. There it is. Okay, cool. We gotta go all the way over here. Talk to the Ithorian. There's a room to the left when coming in. To the species found in the plant surface or opposite in here. Is it plant specimens? Didn't lie, bet. Oh, that's all I can do. It doesn't even give me an option. That's awesome. I love that. I have to persuade lie. Try not to damage the plant. Alright. One of the many specimens the Ithorians are monitoring for the restoration project. Alright, take a sample of the plant. Let's do it. Let's do it. Doing a bad deed. But we'll get paid for it. We'll make some credits. Alright, there we go. So, I still don't understand this. I was supposed to go to the medical unit, and then they said I would just be contacted. Nothing's happening in here, though. So, I don't really know what to do. Oh, yeah, let's just trap me now. Thanks, teammates. Thanks, teammates. Not Ithorian medical unit. Well, I'm in a module 082 West. The Ithorian compound just happens to be in 082 West. Under on diplomat. I've already spoke to that guy. There's east. So we're in 082 West residential. That's where we're at. But I go to the medical facility and nothing happens. So the room he's in. Just stay here. Use the comm terminal. There's nothing there. I run to this desk and I don't get anything. It doesn't give me any options. Farther back where the container was. Getting nothing there. I don't see any terminal back here, unless I have to go here. Oh no, never mind, there's no terminal outside. The one you failed security in? Was it this?
What is it?
No. That's a workbench to the left. There's the one terminal back here. That's not accessible. Okay. Please enter command. Log out. Well. There's literally, looks like the one in your room. There's communications. Okay. I didn't realize that was a communications terminal. I was here earlier, and I just didn't make anything of it. Gotta go alone? Alright. I'm alone. Keep the level up. Prob's gonna need it. Gotcha. Wait. I don't know where to go. You've been instructed to go alone to apartment B3 in Module East. Okay. Apartment B. Alright. Basically just go to apartment B and then we're gonna see what happens. I hope we get to kill a bunch of people, Prince. I hope we get to use Force Lightning, man. I want to run Force Lightning and then I want to get Dark Side points. What I'm hoping for. Alright, here we go. B is, that's A, that's C, B's at the end, okay. Let's do this. Is it B3? Doors will be open. Please enter and await further instructions. Alright, bet. Got anything for us to loot? Nope, here they are. Is that Bosk? It's the same species as Bosk. I'm an idiot for saying, is that Bosk? But it's the same species. But, only a couple. There's a side quest to kill a witness, and there will be Assassin's Bet. Trandoshan, that's it. Because of the TSF's regulations, acquiring the tools of our trade has become rather difficult. Alright. Indeed. This is the deal. Still at work, been alone since 6 p.m. Guys, you Danny? Dude, hell yeah, you're working hard, man. Alright. We would not thought our fortune so good that our target would deliver not only himself but weapons to us. And now you will die? Oh, cool. He doesn't even know, man. He doesn't even know. First of all, boom, boom. And then we go, boom. Yeah, I gained 500 credits. Missed. My regular attack. Missed. So I guess it didn't need to level up after all. Yeah. I got some nice powers. Horse scream's pretty crazy, and then shocking them does some good damage. I'm assuming it's just because I'm at the beginning of the game knowing that it's good armor, so. But I think everyone just kind of all scales anyways, so. Can't use any of them. Alright, cool. Easy money. What do they have on them? Boy, we got a poison grenade and we got a bowcaster. Alright. Bowcaster, that's worth credits. I'm assuming we can return to the cantina. We can also go back to that entertainment module too. It talks to that one guy that we're getting these leaves for too. So better scrap and make upgrades usually. We should wait till you have better repair. Gotcha. What's going on, Hazel? Thank you so much for joining the stream, man. Slay them all, yes sir. Dude, I'm doing a dark side run. Should have gone to the entertainment module. I went to the wrong place, but we'll get there. So I need to go to the cantina, and then we need to go talk to this guy about the black weapons deal. Is it for Mandalore? Let's go. No. Okay, let's travel. Is it not gonna give us any options? There we go. There we go. Entertainment module. Alright, here we go. So now we're gonna go complete, hopefully, what, these 2 quests? I feel like we're getting some progress made here. I'm no longer stuck on the intro mission. I'm so happy to finally be off of that. It took me forever. And then Cantina's right here. Alright. So we did that deal. We got credits. Unless I was for the other guy, but we'll go in here and talk to her real quick. So this is the equivalent of tires. Yeah, yeah. It's kind of how it's feeling, Prince. She was at this bar. There we go.
Still in one piece? Odd. Well, at least the transaction was
We lied to
successful.
her.
It was
Said also head
successful.
towards the docks and turn right before entering the docks. There's a side quest offered by Kren. Alright. Okay.
Unfortunate. But they paid the price for trying to take advantage of the exchange. I've got some more work for you, if you're up for it.
Oh, dude.
A matter of a rather
We kept the
sizable
credits.
debt owed
Guys,
to the
guys, we're
exchange.
keeping them. But a whisper in the forest? Not dead, just a whisper. An echo.
I trust you. Why else would I request your help with exchange business? Precisely. Getting right to the point. Oppo Chano,
Okay.
one of Circa's droid technicians, owes a sizable gambling debt from his last
Bet.
stay on Nar Shaddaa. We've
Bet.
been patient with him, but we can only let a debt go unpaid. You'll find Chano in Unit B2, Residential 082.
Dude,
Tell him
let's
his time's
go.
up and we
Let's
want those
go.
credits.
Hazel, thank you so much for the follow and the like on the live, man. Let's go, dude. Oh, dude. Okay, so here we go. Tell them this time is up and we want those credits. All right.
Good.
All right. Cool. Okay, so we got that. That's all taken care of. We can keep on advancing that thing. All right. Now, I was thinking I could go next door. Oh, maybe not. There's an information terminal. I was thinking maybe if I go back here and speak to the brothers.
Parama.
Yes, there we go.
Taranamo Sibu and Dasarans. Krema Sunkun Ratungala. Chawi mo Jubu and Kosoracha.
Let's do it, bro. Let's do it. These guys are just yapping at each other. Alright. If that, however, this sample is excellent. Allow me to pay you 300 credits for your services. I'll also give you access to purchase some of the special reserve items I trade in. Yo, guys. We can just pick up Dark Jedi robes already? Yo, this is crazy. Sith battle suit. Mandalorian assault armor. Oh my goodness, that's 12,000 credits? Yeah, we don't got that. Dude, some of these are nuts. Oh my gosh. No way. Okay. Regenerate force points 1. That's cool though. Is there anything? I really want to roll the Dark Jedi robes. I might wait for a minute though. Gain that. Hell yeah. Oh, he's got even more stuff in here too. Okay. Dude, that Trandoshan sword? Oh my gosh. Yo, Dalton, let's go, man. Yes. Is it playing? Hold up. Wait a minute. Wait. It might come on now. Once I try to reconnect TikTok here. We'll see if it goes through. Give it another Dalton. Try that again.
Dalton used blinker. Here we go.
Hey, it's going now. 3, it's delayed.
1.
Let's go, Dalton. Let's go, dude. Let's go. All right. Dude, so I might... What do we got here, though? There's a lot of different stuff that... Dude, I can't believe, like, what's all in here. I really want the Dark Jedi robes. I know it's not much for defense, too. But, that sounds so nice. Guys, oh my gosh. We got Dark Jedi robes now? Yo, this is gonna be sick. Oh, dude. Bro, look at us. Oh my gosh. We're already part way there. So there's a trick with robes. Oh? Yeah. If I got my melee. Alright, there we go. I don't know if that's gonna... It won't matter too much for us, but... I thought you were referring to a certain robe set you could do. Oh! Add Jedi defense and a good dex and is similar to armor. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, because you can dodge. You can dodge, like, ranged attacks, right? With a good dex. Okay, so I kind of did that. That's sick. I'm so happy we got Dark Jedi robes. So now I need to go find that little... Go back to that little terminal. Fast travel. Makes up for low defense number. I got you, man. To the west compound. We gotta go to apartment B, and then it's B2 because we were just in B3 doing that last quest, and I like how it's literally the next door over. We have to go visit. Since the robes don't usually have a dex cap, unlike armor, also high whiz can be added to defense later. Gotcha. Alright. So like high wisdom and high dex. Could be crazy. Damn, I guess I went to the east, not the west. No. This is definitely not it, though. Okay. So, yep. Maybe it was east that had all the apartments. I guess I was wrong. We'll get there one day with this slow loading bar. Using a complex shield network, Telos surface is divided into restoration zones. Alright, that's what we're just jumping between. Okay, here we go. There's the apartments. Complex B, we're gonna go to room B2. Someone's gonna pay up some credits. Yep. Told your boss already I'm getting your credits. I have a good contract with Zerka. You're enough from the exchange. What do you want? You sell droid parts? Hold on. Bro, no way. Anything I need to buy from this guy before we kill him? Like, is there anything we need to grab real quick? So not really? Alright. Okay, cool. It's kind of interesting to see like what he had on him. We could buy computer spikes. I'd probably just save it. Let's take him out.
Donos Imaragi. Donos Imaragith. Wanara. Donos Imaragith.
You kill me for that, I'm sorry, but I do not have the credits, so I cannot pay you. Oh. I'll just have to kill you. There we go. That's the right answer. Dude, this is cool. You said turn legacy looking funny. One Tron does not legacy. Simply dude. Ignore the like button. Right. AVX, dude, thank you so much for joining the stream, man. Welcome, dude. Looks like we got another like coming through over there on YouTube. Much appreciated. Let's go, guys. Dude, I just want to go ahead and kill him. I'm gonna be honest, we're just being ruthless here. I have no other choice. Boom. Look at this. Look at this. We're just gonna immediately shock. Dude, half health. Shocked him once, half health. This guy's going down, no problem. Look at this. Look at this. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah. Dude, force lighting. It's goated. Do you have any loot? Oh, he had 52 credits. He lied. He at least had some credits. So this looked like it came out on the original Xbox. Yeah. So I currently am on the original Xbox. Check this out. Pull up my chat scene. I am playing on the OG Xbox right now. I got my Duke controller, but playing it on the OG Xbox, and then I've got it routed into my capture card. And this is Knights of the Old Republic 2. I got the hard copy for it. So workbenches can be used to create, break down, and upgrade certain items. Alright, yeah, no, I already know this. Leave the... I didn't want to visit that right now. I was wanting to see if I could access his inventory, and then... We've already been here. I bet we have to do one more mission, and we come back here to apartment B1. I bet that's what's gonna happen for us. Okay, so now we just gotta go to the entertainment module. Look on our map. I was thinking it was actually, I kind of figured it was around here. It might be this, not the shuttle bay elevator, surely. Complex A. That might have been it. Entertainment module, yeah. It's a kind of sort of an unrelated mission from Kren. You believe? Okay. I just kind of figured at this point, like, each door is a different mission. That's what it's feeling like. We just keep going back there. Alright, here we go. Head back to the cantina. So it said either that or a heartbroken gambler with the potential for passive income. Damn. Passive income? That's crazy, Prince. You're talking unlimited credits.
You've returned. You killed him? And how do you expect us to be able to collect credits from a corpse?
I don't care, I wanted to kill him.
I see. Well, at the very least, we should be able to sell his equipment and possessions and regain our losses that way. Before you say anything, yes, I will arrange the meeting with Slusk that you desired. But first, I was wondering if you might listen to a proposition. A business proposition, given your obvious abilities. Let me ask you an honest question. This meeting with Slusk you want, it's because Lorso's fed up with him, right? I feel the same way about Slusk. And I think it's time someone solved the problem.
Ooh.
I think that maybe our interests lie in the same direction.
Okay, okay.
You really do get right to the point, don't you? I can get you into the exchange suites in residential area too. They're west of the entrance.
Koren while you're there?
More than a few of the guards are in my pocket, so
I think I spoke to him already once.
When Slusk's out of the way, I'll clear up this bounty matter.
He's the guy right in front of the dancers, right? That guy was Zerka Corp. That's literally right there by the stage right now.
We'll speak again then.
So, you're back.
Yeah, I talked to this guy.
I'm Zerka employee. So then Zerka transferred. Man, that wasn't a... So, you're back. What's there to say? If this whole Telos thing...
I don't know.
Yeah, it's a long shot considering the state of the Republic. If we can integrate ourselves into the process, Zerka stand...
Or Twill to his right. Yeah, it was Twill. No. Or the Twi'lek. Dalton. Oh, maybe not. Nothing happens there.
Hey there! Care for a game of Pazak?
The heartbroken guy in the apartments first? Oh. I mean, this is Pazak. I don't know if I really want to play it, though. This is one of those things I kind of skipped last game. I didn't really care for. Kind of just want to keep on pushing progression. Get some stuff done. Essentially blackjack with modifier cards. Gotcha. Alright.
Lopak Slusk is waiting, handsome.
Alright, cool. So I'm just gonna go kill Slusk, I guess. We're doing evil. Dude, we're doing crazy stuff. Stuff I would never do. It's like if you're, I don't know, last game, I mean, that thoughts like that would cross my mind, and I would kick them right out the door. I was like, nah, we can't do it. We're doing light side. We gotta do whatever is the good deed. Do the good thing. But dude, look at us now. We're getting closer on that dark meter. We're in the red. Stuff I would never do. Where do we meet this guy? Getting rid of her boss or Slusk. You can get. She can get you into the exchange corp and exchange front. Okay. All right, let's do it. I'll probably go ahead and save. Said, have you checked into the Zerka Corp already? I believe there's an attack on them at some point. Yeah, I've been there. I delivered the droid to them. Yeah, Dalton. Yeah, I got money for the droid. I think I got over 2,000 credits. It was like 2,050 credits just for delivering that droid. I'm gonna save again. Dude, that wasn't bad. I got dark side points after it. Got my credits. And I haven't talked to the Ithorian since. Oh yes. Let's do this, dude. This is gonna be cool. We're gonna kill him, I think. Dude, let's do this. Oh shit. I wonder what we're gonna go up against. I probably should have equipped my party members too. We saved at a good point though. So we can always load back to that save if we need to.
I'm terribly sorry, but there must be some sort of mistake. I don't have a record of your appointment. Are you certain it was for today? You know what?
Yep.
There must
Force
be a
persuade.
mistake in the system.
That's what we do.
Why don't I open that door for you? What was your name? Excuse me, Lopak Slusk's appointment has arrived. Please open the inner door. There you are. Have a good day.
Boom. Oh, this is about to get crazy. Okay, okay. Oh, come on. There we go. Now we have everyone. Everyone's gonna level up, so if we go down... Alright. Surely he's gotta be somewhere, right? Yo, what up, Double J's? Dude, welcome to the stream. Oh, man. Yo, so I did end up getting this bad boy. This is sick. I just want you to know I absolutely love the steelbook cover. This is so cool for the Force Unleashed 2. I got one for the Force Unleashed 1 and then went ahead and got that thing for the second game as well. I figured those are two games I grew up on and absolutely love, so I was like, you know what, let's see if there's some like if there's some special case or some sort of like collector's edition out there, and I was able to find those, which was really cool. But yeah, currently grinding out some KOTOR 2. But I'm not even finding the person I'm trying to search for here. There we go. There's an Thorian. He's in prison? That's awesome to hear, man. Hope you enjoy it. Oh, I for sure will. I for sure will. Those were excellent games. Used to have them at one point, and I don't even know what happened to them, so. But yeah, at some point along the way, I will be playing it in my entire Star Wars marathon. I'm basically starting with KOTOR 1 and 2, and then gonna work my way through like the original console or the original Xbox console, and then I'll work my way up to the Xbox 360 games, and then moving on, I'll play all my stuff on my PC after that, going all the way to like some of the newest Star Wars releases coming up. Got a lot of nerf coming in here. Jedi, what? The bounty we've got on your kind. What do you want? Oh. All right. You dead. Let's do this. Let's do it. Let's take them. Let's take them. So if you're looking for anything else, feel free to message us. That sounds like a plan. I very well might be too. So. I appreciate it. I will for sure. I'll go to your guys' site and look through some of your inventory. Oh snap! Oh, why do we have that out? Let's get out of here. Okay, switch weapon. There we go. All right. I want to run energy shield. Burst speed, we'll go burst speed, then energy shield, wound. We'll have fun with this. Mix up our moves. Alright, there we go. Oh, dude, this is crazy. Oh, dude, I think I debuffed like all of them. Oh, Krea's down. Oh, shit. Alright, here we go. Shock. And then we force wound. These are crazy. What do we got left? Switch. We can switch. We can actually go to a blaster with them. There we go.
I hear you.
Yo, we got so much loot. Let's go. Taking some more credits, as we should.
I hear you.
Alright, so she's got a little... We can level her up. We got 5 points. Okay. Maybe we'll do 1 in repair. Alright, accept that. We got feats. Okay. We got improved force focus. We got unarmed specialist 2. Alright. What else are we gonna run? Melee weapons. Lightsaber. That would be nice, but we haven't even got... That's what we're gonna do. Yep, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna run toughness. Remaining powers. We got 2 of them. Ooh, gotta run heal. Gotta run heal. And force auras. I don't think that's bad. Master Valor. That was increases the physical attributes and saving throws of the Jedi and all party members. Okay. That's crazy. That's crazy right there. Force Valor. So if it's your MC, don't forget to add the feats for the skills you want. For sure want to do that. But I knew we were going to get another level up, so I'm not worried. Insane security repair. And then we'll run... I still can't get upgrades. So to reduce the cost for crafting. Oh. There's disabled droid. That's kind of cool too. Those are also nice, man. That stasis, that stun ability. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I just can't do nothing. I'm just gonna save it. I can't. Oh, that sucks. Force deflection is also nice. I could just get disabled droid. I really don't want that. I'm gonna be honest. I really don't want that. There we go. Do something like that.
Just say the word.
All right, so we took all these guys out. No, I didn't want to go to the lab station. Yo, what's this game doing? You want it for Narshada. Okay. Oh, we got all these guys. These guards? Are they not gonna do anything? We're locked. Alright guys, so I am gonna have to do my final save and kind of start winding down for the night. It is currently 9:43 for me, and I need to be in bed here before long. So let's see, we got that saved. Honestly, I can just pull it on out. I'm gonna get my tunes rolling again. Dalton, you said, bruh, I didn't save my Sith Academy progress, so I gotta fight KOTOR again. No. Dalton, no. You did something that sounds like something I would do 100%. 100%, man. Alright. I'm gonna get this out. How far are you, Dalton, in your playthrough? Or... Oh, no. I already know, because you just fought him. Dude, Yes. Yes, Dalton. Let's do it, man. Let me change my input on my monitor real quick. Alright. Now we're good. I can get my tunes pulled up. And then I'll run the blinker command. We'll do it. Alright, here we go. I'm gonna manually do this. See if it works for me. Does it activate? The countdown's down, Sith Poppy. Wait, let me see if it activates if I go here. I so badly want it to play right now. I just won't do it. There's Sith. I typed in Sith. Oh, he's going 3. There we go, Dalton. There we go. Yes, blinker. Blinker. Let me get the tunes. Let me get the tunes. There we go. That's more of like these kind of vibes. Alright. Like sometimes I'll just crank this music real loud. Alright, here we go, Dalton. Let's go, Dalton. Dude, hell yeah. But yeah, so I am gonna go ahead and kind of hop off for the night here, guys. We are currently live on Twitch, Kick, YouTube, and TikTok. All you guys have to do is look up iAchieve or iAchieve Studios. You guys will find me. I'm posting clips daily on TikTok and YouTube. You said, dude, you definitely are someone I'd hang out with. Dude, hell yeah, Dalton. Hell yeah, man. I appreciate it, man. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and hop out of here, guys. We're gonna be live same time tomorrow night, right around 7:30 p.m. Central Time. And we're just gonna keep doing the same thing, keep grinding more KOTOR and progressing through this entire Star Wars marathon that we got going on right now. So first 2 games in the series, and then honestly kind of thinking about doing Star Wars Episode 3 possibly next, and then kind of going for there. Dude, yes, Dalton. High and by YouTube is right. Dude, let's go, man. Hell yeah. Do Episode 3, please. Yes, I'll do it, man. I'll do it. I'll for sure do that next then. But yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and hop on out of here. You guys have a great night, and I'll catch everyone tomorrow night.